Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Review. Very excited for today's beer. It is Mad Elf, Troegs Christmas beer, and I'm a big fan of it. Get it every year. Last year I did the regular and their Grand Cru. Um, Maybe a month and a half, 2 months somewhere in there. I did Wild Elf, their wild version of this. I have at least one Naked Elf where they don't put the honey and the cherries, or is it just the cherry? I think it's both. They don't put it in it. Yeah, big fan of Trogue, big fan of this beer. And it is a 2018. I have some aging. I actually sent Joe from the Beer Patrol one of these as a mystery beer, a Who Done It on his channel. I'll have to make sure I link to that at the end of this video. So, as I said, it's an ale brewed with honey and cherries. They brew it once a year for Christmas. It's 11% ABV, 15 IBUs. They say to only age up to a year. But I've had, because you know what happens? The cherry drops off. I've done I think it was a 6 year vert, and that's what you kind of notice as you went back in time as the cherry dropping off more and more. And it's a Belgian kind of an ale, so it has like some of that spiciness from a Belgian, nice Belgian yeast they use. But yeah, old school proper glass where their old label, which I whatever. I'm like a traditionalist, I guess. I like the old one better, but the new one's fine. Not gonna hate on it, but yeah, I prefer the old one. I think I got this glass. They actually had a big, was it like a bomber size or maybe just a pint size Mad Elf like in a cardboard box with the glass, kind of like a nice display. And I was like, I got to pull the trigger on that. Um, I don't know if they do it on purpose. I got the computer screen, but kind of like the way this red beer sits in this glass, it always kind of looks like a Christmas ornament to me. Yeah, just I don't know, I just love the color of this beer. But yeah, nice red. Not surprising, it has cherries in it. Lots of carbonation. Definitely makes sense that it's a Belgian style yeast in there. Just under 2 fingers ahead, light khaki color, super compact bubbles, but in the center at the top, they're starting to break up into like small, just regular small, not super small. Yeah, looks like Mad Elf from every year. I love cherries. I love honey. I love Belgian beers. This is, again, something that I should like a lot, and I do like a lot. Let's get to your aroma. First thing I get, actually, and it was cool watching, it was a year old, the one that Joe did from the Beer Patrol. And, he got a little bit of cherries in it, but not a ton. First thing I get is that Belgian yeast. It has like that prickly, a little bit pepperiness, and it smells awesome. Then I get some of like that juice quality. I actually get apple juice first, then the cherry note, but it is there for sure. I don't get distinct honey out of it, but there's a level of sweetness from everything that's going on, including the honey. Really, the yeast is the star of the show with that aroma. It smells. If you were completely blind, and I didn't look at it, I mean, you really would pretty easily know this has a Belgian base. Cheers. Yeah, it's good. That's really good. So you get that nice creaminess from it. For 11%, it hides it pretty well. I took this out of the fridge about, I don't know, 45 minutes ago to let it come up temperature a little bit. It was in my regular refrigerator. So I wouldn't say it's overly cold. But yeah, you get that lovely Belgian quality. Some of that cinnamon clove kind of stuff coming through without a doubt. So it really, screams Christmas beer. Then you get that cherry as well. And not that cherry is like inherently a Christmassy thing, at least in my family, but it adds that Christmas kind of vibe. Um, and then maybe because I like to do, so I have a couple Christmas beers I try to do every year. This one, the St. Bernard's Christmas, which I've already released that video. And that's what I was going to talk about specifically for this. Maybe that's part of why I think this is kind of Christmassy, is because that beer is such a Christmas specific beer to me. So I had that little bit of Belgian note to this, not little, decent amount of Belgian note to this. Same Claus is another one I try to do every year. But yeah, good beer. I don't know if I would pick out the honey and the taste either, just like I didn't get a specific in the aroma. But yeah, that cherry note is nice. and you're kind of getting two cherries. There's a little bit of a tart cherry, and then a little bit of just like a nice juicy. You just spit the pit out, kind of. I'm eating a cherry. Um, that apple is pleasant. It's not full on apple though. Almost like that, like a cranberry cherry apple kind of juice mixed in. And yeah, the and it doesn't have, unless like they're really wording it poorly, um, cinnamon, clove, but it totally tastes like it has hints of that. It's wonderful. Yeah, 2018, another great vintage of this beer. Glad I got a six pack, and I'm sharing some of it with some people who couldn't get it. And glad I had this one to do on camera and one I'm going to age. Uh, for whenever. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Check me out on Instagram on Tapped. No Hype Beer Reviews at both those places. So always please like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.